Welcome to the Wolf's Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends figure Ares from the Hulk Build-A-Figure line. Ares comes with a couple pieces to Hulk. We see one of his arms down here, and this big old hammer right here actually belongs to the Hulk too. But Ares does have some weapons of his own. They're kind of hiding in the back of the box there, so let's bust them out of the package and get a good look at the figure. Now that we have him removed from the package, let's take a look at his articulation. Start with the head. You'll see that it does rotate all the way around. His arms can rock up and down like so, and then they rotate all the way around. He does have an upper arm swivel, and his elbows have a single joint, but they don't move very far, to be completely honest. And his wrists rotate and then rock in and out. His torso can rock side to side, spin all the way around. He can bend back pretty far and forward pretty far also. His thighs do rotate. And there's also kind of a rocker joint there also. Which way is it facing right now? Right now it's facing forward. So he can move his legs pretty far forward, but then you kind of have to shift it a little bit so that he can move them out to the side also. And then he does have double jointed knees. And his feet can move back that far. They can't move forward at all. They're always going to pretty much be right there, standing flat, but he can also rock them. And that is it for his articulation. Taking a closer look at the details of the figure, we'll start with the head sculpt. And we do see that he has a very nice head sculpt. There's a lot of uniqueness, a lot of character to the face there. He's got kind of a scowl on his lips. Kind of dirty around the eyes and the nose there. And that's done because if you look at his eyes, they kind of have a shine to them, a kind of a glow to them. And I believe that dirtiness is supposed to help his eyes stand out more beneath his helmet here. And I think it helps a little bit. It's not perfect, but it helps a bit. And at least if you're like me, you're going to keep the helmet on most of the time anyway, and not really display him without the helmet. So you won't really see what looks like just a dirty face too often. But still, a really nice head sculpt, although I think his head is a bit too small for this body. It seems like it should have been a tad bigger. Moving down, we see this nice emblem here on his chest. Really nice job there. Kind of this dent. There's a little battle damage, I guess, in the chest plate there. We've got kind of some sort of like leather armor or something in his lower torso here. Got a nice belt, and that's all painted in. Looks really nice. There's a nice shading to it. Really nice texture on that, and a similar kind of leather armband here. Little spikes on his elbows. Nice rivets and straps for his armor here on his back. He's got kind of a spiked wristband here on his other arm. And then he's just kind of normal black pants. We see some straps for his knife here. And then the really shiny boots. Really nice job overall on all the details. He does come with 4 accessories. First one, got a knife right here in his knife sheath, and that just fits nice and snug in there, really no problems. It's not too loose or anything. And that just fits really well into his hand. Again, nice tight fit, no problems holding it. And it's just a nice little dagger. Zoom in a bit on it. His next item, which we saw briefly here, is his helmet. It's a really nice looking Greek helmet. You know, the helmet part's nice and smooth and shiny. Then we have this part up here. I'm not sure the name of this particular headdress, I guess. I don't know if there's a specific name for this, but really nice texture to it. There's a wash on it. Really nice looking. And his helmet fits nice and snug on his head. Again, no problems there. His next weapon is his big old bastard sword. And really nice details on here because it looks like it's very battle worn. There's lots of little nicks, as you can see on the blade here. A lot of little signs of wear, so it looks like he's used this sword a lot. It's nice and hefty. Really nice looking sword. And again, nice and tight grip on that. This hand has an even tighter grip. It needs to loosen up a bit to fit weapons in there. Well, he won't stand now. He's got his sword in his hand. There we go. Lastly, we have his axe. And it's pretty much all black except for the silver here on the blades. And again, looks very battle worn. A lot of nicks and scratches sculpted into the blades there. Nice little axe. And we'll try to fit that in this hand. Like I said, this hand needs to loosen up a bit to get things in there easier. There we go. Alright, there he is, all accessorized, ready for battle. Now for my final thoughts. My biggest complaint with this figure would have to be the limited articulation in his elbows and his head. His elbows do bend, they just don't bend very far. Ideally they'd be double jointed, but they just didn't go that route with this figure, and so he has very limited elbow articulation. Also with the head, it does turn side to side, which is pretty much the norm, but he can't look up or down. That would have been nice also. Otherwise, I will say that the articulation on this figure is very good. He's got a wide range of movements, better than you'd expect for the most part, just limited in those two areas. Also, his sculpt is fantastic. Really nice job on all the details throughout this figure, because there's a lot of detail on this figure. And really good job on the paint apps too, especially with the washes in certain areas. Just helps bring out those details even better. So this is a really, really nice figure. With that, I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to see you soon for some more action figure reviews. Until then, thanks for watching.